this is a perfect example why, people shouldn't retire. Why, when they say they retire, take it with a grain of salt. With why, when someone comes back from retirement, thank goodness that they decided to come back. Logan Lucky is Steven Soderbergh's latest movie. This is his first movie he did in over 5 years. I think his last movie was Side Effects, and between that time he had Contagion, Magic Mike. He's been on, still on the screen, whether it was the big screen, television, whether he was producing, writing, and then directing TV films. So he's never been gone, but he said with Side Effects that was going to be his last one. And it's interesting to think because a lot of people say they're retiring. Some people come back, but it's not just movie directors. It could be sports athletes. Unless they're really mean to it, unless they've been gone for over 20 years, and yeah, maybe, but never say never. You never know. So other people like Quentin Tarantino says he's stopping after a 10th. Who knows? I won't be surprised he comes back for 11th. People like that with a vision, with a mind, they can't stay away for too long. They want to come back, exercise whatever it is that gets them going, that keeps them, alive. And Steven Soderbergh decided to come back, I guess. I don't know the reason, but he wanted to make another movie. And he is a good director. He's done so many things. Like I said, recent ones were those like Magic Mike. He's done the Ocean's trilogy. So he knows what to do. He's experienced in the director's field. So how is he going to take this movie? This one has some of the leading actors in this are Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, Daniel Craig. It's about a group of family who are going through some tough times. They have this Logan curse, hence Logan Lucky. And then one day they just decide they want to heist a NASCAR event to get money. As a story structure, we've seen that before, but the way Steven Soderbergh does this is really his movie. The way he injects his energy of this kind of cliche story makes it unique. At first, I'm not gonna lie, the way it started, I kind of thought since maybe I know that all these actors, how their really voices are, them playing the southern accent type of Texas style, something like that. I don't want to say I know it, but just the way they were kind of portraying it, I kind of knew it was obvious that that's not really how they are. And then just how the characters kind of interact with one another. For a second, for me, it was a little bit jarring, but then kind of just accepted it, and I realized kind of how this world is, how really everything kind of is very satirical here. At least how people are portrayed. It felt really real, the world, but still not that real. It felt like there was its own universe, this place that they were at. So I accepted it like that, and I really had a good time in seeing these characters. Everybody from Tatum and Driver, the brothers, they really connected. It gave me, it made me believe they were brothers and they cared for one another, especially those little backstories they have as to why one has a prosthetic arm, the other one has a prosthetic leg, and their families that they have. Tatum, just I like how these are just casual people they're playing. They're trying to earn a buck for the camp for their family. His daughter, not sure who she is, but she was a really good child actor. Those don't come that often, but she played it good. She had a little great relationship with Channing Tatum, and then it showed even though they're dysfunctional, there's still a group that comes together. They also have a sister that helps them out with the heist, and even though Tatum's family, the daughter's mother's side, they're not together, they kind of understand that it wasn't that get away from my daughter, even though she's your daughter. Okay, I don't want you to see her. No, you still accepted her. Even his family with Driver and their sister, it felt very real. That kind of family, and then seeing that become a heist, kind of felt like you're rooting for the underdog. I like how they built it like that, for the underdog to root for. And then it really was funny, but this was a comedy that's not just a quick cheap laugh for a comedy. It's really more you think about it, and then just kind of it tries to be more intellectual comedy, and I appreciate those. Seeing those before recently, The Nice Guys, things like that. That's the type of comedy that I just love to go see, and it's a good time with friends, and then still it's a good movie that it just moves you. It knows that the audience is here for an elegant film, so it tries to be as much as it can without being pretentious or anything. Daniel Craig, steals the shows when he gets here, especially like he did in the trailers. I can see why he doesn't want to do Bond. He wants to get more roles like this, even though he should be appreciated to be Bond and just hope to get more roles like this because he is a force. Okay, he's been here in this game forever. He wants to show that he can do more besides Bond. I understand it. So he steals every role he gets here. The prison scenes, the way they contrast with their heist scenes, pretty entertaining as well. The comedy, like I said, is good. Might not hit all the time, but it hits the majority of the time. And I just like how, you know, they don't try too hard. It's just, it wants you to have a good time. So they push for very good comedy without trying to force it on you. So I like how it's casual like that. I'm going to have to give Logan Lucky an A. So let me know, guys, what you thought of this movie. What's your favorite movie from him? And, you know, where do you rank this one in his list? All this in the comments below. And as always, roll on Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.